From your local news leader, this is NBC 10 News Today.
Louisiana becomes the latest state to pass a fetal heartbeat bill aimed to restrict abortion. What the governor told NBC 10 News Today about why he'll sign it.
And Rayville residents looking for a clear explanation of the town's latest bout of black water. Will they get it? That answer ahead.
Plus, the Camden community rallying to raise money for a young girl battling a rare autoimmune disease. Details on how you can help coming up. Good morning. It's now 6 a.m. I'm Randy Ayala.
And I'm Bodie Brooks. Thank you for waking up with us this morning.
Yes.
Bright and early.
Happy Thursday. You see our national days today?
Yes, I did.
There's a couple good ones.
Yeah.
What do we got?
National Water a Flower Day.
Water a Flower Day.
I kind of like that.
The flowers should be getting some water.
Yeah, Mother
today.
Nature's
Yeah.
listening. National Creativity Day. That was one of them. Always good to be creative in everything you do.
I suppose so.
Mint Julep Day.
Mint Julep.
Mint Julep Day. You think that'd be on like the Kentucky Derby or something? That should be like on the Kentucky Derby every year. That's what I think.
Right?
That's what I think of when I think of a mint julep.
Absolutely.
Same here.
I think of class.
Class?
You know, like classy.
High class drinking a mint
Okay.
julep.
I was thinking
Like
class, like school,
No,
like
pinky up.
mint julep in class.
No.
Make class a little
Not
better.
quite, Bodie, not quite.
No.
We're not there yet.
Enjoy mint julep or something. Water or flower. It's going to be warm outside. It's going to be humid outside. Temperatures in the mid-70s this morning. Climbing up into the upper 80s this afternoon. Tomorrow looks nice. It's going to be a little less humid for one day. It's cloudy outside. You see sun's about to come up in 2 minutes, but we're not quite going to see much of it. I'm going to bring you more of these forecast details coming up. That's your forecast first.
Louisiana's controversial heartbeat abortion bill is off to Governor John Bel Edwards' desk.
And he plans to sign it after state lawmakers passed it Wednesday. Harrison Golden takes us inside the State House's yes vote.
Our heartbeat is the most important organ that we have.
State Representative Valerie Hodges led the House's voting majority, saying no one should abort a fetus with a detectable heartbeat.
I believe that my choice ends when another life begins.
And 78 of her colleagues in Louisiana's House agreed.
I want to get back to basics. Life is precious.
It's about life and in my faith and what I believe when life begins.
With the state Senate already on board, the proposed abortion ban goes now to Governor John Bel Edwards' desk with no amendments. And it doesn't exempt pregnancies by rape or incest, despite efforts by some House Democrats, like Representative Gary Carter.
Who are you to tell women what they can and cannot do with their bodies?
I am not man enough to tell a woman who's had her insides ripped apart and been raped. I'm not man enough to tell that woman, you know what? Live with it.
How dare you? How dare you not allow a family to make a decision for that child who's carrying a child?
Those who supported keeping the bill as is say the unborn shouldn't be punished for another person's crime.
Look, if you want to bring legislation allowing the mother, the victim of rape, to choose to execute the rapist, I'm on board. I think that's a good amendment. That's a good bill.
The proposal does allow abortions when the mother's life is in danger or when a doctor deems the pregnancy medically futile. But otherwise, doctors who abort fetuses with found heartbeats could face up to 2 years in prison under the law and lose their medical license.
I'm proud to stand with this legislature and the state of Louisiana because we are very pro-life. Each one of this room believes in the intrinsic value of human life.
But should Governor Edwards sign the bill into law as promised, it would not take effect just yet. Enforcement still hinges on whether a federal court will uphold a similar law in Mississippi. For your local election headquarters, I'm Harrison Golden.
Governor John Bel Edwards says he is inclined to sign the bill, a stance he says he's been consistent with throughout his political career.
When I ran for governor, I ran as a pro-life Democrat. This is just continued support for pro-life positions that I've had throughout my career. And by the way, they're consistent with what I believe a vast majority of people in Louisiana believe to be the right approach.
Once signed, Louisiana will join other states, including Missouri, Alabama, and Mississippi, to pass a fetal heartbeat law, all facing or likely to face court challenges before they can take effect.
Now on to a crime alert this morning. A massive number of arrests in a 2-month-long drug investigation in Franklin Parish. 4 dozen arrest warrants for drug dealing came out Tuesday morning. Bonds range from $10 grand to $75,000. The drugs seized include meth, marijuana, various prescription meds, crack, and powder cocaine. In a statement, Sheriff Kevin Cobb says the narcotics investigations are still ongoing. Over the coming months, additional arrests will be made. And thieves are targeting homes in broad daylight in Morehouse Parish. The sheriff's office there is working several daytime burglaries. Several guns and several pieces of jewelry have been reported stolen. A few of the addresses targeted are listed there on your screen. The investigators are following leads but are asking for information on suspicious vehicles or people. If you see something, say something. Give Crime Stoppers a call at 318-388-CASH. That's the number there at the top of your screen.
Louisiana has its first lumber mill in more than 2 decades. Yesterday, Governor John Bel Edwards cut the ribbon at Urena's new $115 million sawmill projects. The new facility employs 125 people and brings over 300 new indirect jobs and a total of 400 new jobs in central Louisiana and surrounding regions. The project is a partnership between Ruston-based Hunt Forest Products and Canada's Tolko Industries Limited. Construction on the LaSalle lumber mill is expected to be completed in the next few months. Black water again in Rayville. The town has been updating their water system to curb ongoing water quality issues, but some residents are still experiencing dirty water. The town has completed 2 of 3 phases, replacing old cast iron and clay pipes with PVC. The water issues have mainly affected those outside of the city limits. However, for Holly McCormick and her family and neighbors, they're still experiencing black water despite living within city limits.
You take a bath and it's like taking a bath out in the Beth River because it's that much sediment in your water, and you just don't feel clean. And it's frustrating, especially, like I said, for the older people who have to go out and buy water when they're already paying like $80 a month or more for water.
The timeline for completion on Phase 3 is still up in the air.
Arkansas is bracing for possible historic flooding. The Arkansas Emergency Management says part of the Arkansas River is expected to crest at 45.5 feet on Friday. It could break records before then. A nursing home in Dardanelle was evacuated as a precaution, and homeowners are being encouraged to leave areas of concern.
We have advance warning that we have a devastating flood that's here, but the river is going to increase in its crest level over the next few days, and we're in the business of mitigating the damage and loss and saving lives.
This is just one of the locations in the central United States that has been hit with severe flooding over the past few weeks.
The Camden community is stepping in to help raise funds for a girl dealing with a condition called PANDAS. It stands for Pediatric Autoimmune Neuropsychiatric Disorder. It's a very rare condition that can affect a child's mood, behavior, even their handwriting. The governor signed a bill last month to provide more support for PANDAS patients in the state. 9-year-old Carly Perrin is battling the disease. She says this huge step gives her a lot of hope. The Camden Police Department will be having an online dessert auction today for Carly. It will be on their Facebook page from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We want to say thank you to everyone who has donated to our Homeless Veterans Food Drive. This is our 2nd year doing it, and with your help, we've hoped to top the 10.5 tons we collected last year.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. Take a look at how much we gathered just this week. We filled up our pickups at Max Fresh Markets across West Monroe and Monroe. As we emptied the donation bins there, they are one of this year's partners, also including the United Way and the Wellspring. Through June 12th, you can drop off any non-perishable food items at any Max Fresh Market in Monroe or West Monroe, the Jackson Street Church of Christ, First United Methodist Church in Monroe, and right here at the NBC 10 studios in West Monroe. Together, we can get our homeless veterans the support they need.